The old money-making playbook is dead. Gone. Sayonara. The American dream, for most people, is unfortunately no longer achievable, at least to the extent that it once was in a not-too-distant past. And by American dream, I mean go to school, get a degree, get a job, climb the corporate ladder, and by your mid-20s be able to buy a house and start a family, and by your mid-60s retire comfortably as a multimillionaire with a nice vacation condo in South Florida. Yep, that's gone now. Really quickly, guys, if you are new here, I try to make long-form content that is not centered around capturing your attention with retention-style editing tactics. No crazy edits to refresh the dopamine injection into your brain. I know, shocker, bummer, but just some interesting dialogue and honest storytelling here. So turn me on like a podcast and let's get right into today's video. So where was I? The American dream. How many of you were told the same thing that I was in middle and high school? Find a career path that you actually enjoy and the money will follow. Make your choice of work something you like and it will never feel like work. Yeah, shut the fuck up. That could not have been far enough from the truth, and I know that I am not alone in feeling that way. Now, I'm going to pause here and say that I actually consider myself a little bit lucky in this respect, though I am far from out of the woods here. I went to a decent private college, was able to get some academic and athletic scholarships to cover most of my expenses, and I picked finance as my degree and career path. Now, I don't work on Wall Street, but I have what I would consider an above average paying job to start out with after graduating college 3 years ago, and I don't absolutely hate it, right now anyways. I make close to six figures, which is enough for me to live relatively comfortably in good old rural upstate New York. However, if I did not receive help from my scholarships for college and I took out loans like a majority of other people my age, I genuinely have no idea how I would be making it right now. I imagine that I wouldn't be making it because right now I am only just making it. My income covers all of my basic living expenses. I'm able to eat out a few times a month and maybe put a few $100 away at the end of each month towards my retirement. Don't get me wrong, I am extremely thankful for where I am because the bills are paid and I know that not many people are in the same situation. But let me be clear, I am not on track for the American dream, not even close. And I know many other people aren't either. My parents were married, had kids, and owned a house by my age. I can barely afford a fucking cat, man. Being in finance, I'm also a little privy to a lot of smart people and information that maybe not as many people outside of the industry are as aware of. But to sum it up, our generation is kind of financially cooked. Inflation has eaten away at so much of our purchasing power, and the cost of everything has risen exponentially faster than our average wages, accounting for inflation. So much so that the average age of a first-time homebuyer is now in their 40s. They're fucking 40s, dude. The playbook that I talked about in the intro is completely gone. Unless you're above 100 to 200K, you ain't saving your way to retirement. I mean, you could if you were putting away a super high percentage of your income, but most people realistically just can't afford to put away 20 to 40% of their after-tax take-home pay, myself included. So where does that leave us then? This brings me to the good old internet. You engage in it every day, and in turn, you are making the people whose content you engage with money. I'm not making money on this video because I'm not monetized, but in theory, I would from this video being posted about a topic that I'm interested in. And that's what I'd like to talk about in today's video. Finding alternative ways to make money after you've already found yourself trapped by corporate America, just like me. People need to understand that this opportunity, the internet, is brand spanking new. It may not feel new because for most people watching this video, the internet has probably been around for a majority, if not all of your life. But this is new, man. The internet has been around for literally 0.00001% of humanity's timeline. That's 5 zeros in front of that. 1/10,000,000th of the time that humans have been around. You think that's not new? It may be progressing pretty quickly, but it's definitely new. Never before have more people had access to wealth building opportunities, real wealth building opportunities in your life. I don't want to sound like good old Gary V here, but it's true. Seriously. If I told you that I was a 13th century Mongolian history buff in 1980, just 46 years ago, do you think that I had any chance of making a living? Seriously, probably not. However, now, thanks to YouTube and the internet, I do. So humor me for a second. Pick any real topic, anything at all. Search up 13th century Mongolian history and search it up on YouTube. You will get dozens, hundreds, even thousands of videos, depending on the topic, from people covering that. And each and every one of those videos that you watch or that you see in that timeline is generating money for someone else somewhere in some small corner of the world in their bedroom. There's an audience for quite literally everything under the sun now, thanks to algorithms and the internet. Most of us just spend our time consuming content as a part of that audience, but very few spend their time creating for that audience. This also is not meant to be some sort of influencer sales pitch. You don't have to post on YouTube or TikTok or Snapchat. There are millions of other ways to monetize your hobby online. Do you like reading? Proofreading authors' unpublished work pays. You can become a voiceover for Audible books for free and get paid to record audiobooks in your spare time while reading at the same time. Do you like drawing, but you're not the next Picasso? Go on TikTok right now and search Art Reveal and watch people share their drawings and paintings, and they get millions of views and receive AdSense from those videos. If you like video editing or designing cool logos or brand ideas, but you don't have your own company, go on Fiverr and hire yourself out as a freelancer. You guys get the point. We all have a 9 to 5, but many people don't have a 5 to 9, meaning what they do after their day job. It sucks. It's not glamorous, at first anyways, but there are serious money-making opportunities out there that genuinely have the chance of replacing your full-time income and then some, eventually outpacing the current job that you're just trading your time directly for money. So if you clicked on this video, then you probably have similar thoughts as me, which is the whole point of why I'm making this video. Life kind of sucks right now, knowing that I'm spending so much time working a job that is not an actual real passion, and that I might not even have anything to show for it by the end of my life. I'm not going to retire comfortably at 65 with a few $1,000,000 from my day job, and I'm just admitting that right now. So instead, I'm turning my attention elsewhere, following one of my passions. That's what this YouTube channel is supposed to be. My love language is literally just engaging in thought-provoking conversations and sharing my own thoughts. That's it. If we can have an in-depth, like metaphysical or intellectually thought-provoking conversation about some obscure topic, I'm happy, man. That's all that I care about, to be honest. I see so many other people posting that exact same type of content who have massive audiences and communities that they engage with like-minded people. So why not me? Why not you? What are you waiting for? Why not start your passion alongside me, a random stranger on the internet who is going through the exact same realization at the same time as you are? If you feel this way, but you don't know where to start, drop a comment. Let me know what you currently do for work and what your passions are. Maybe someone else will respond with a good idea for how to turn that passion into a project. And I will also be looking through everyone's comments to try and provide some of my own thoughts and also gain some inspiration myself. Because one thing is for certain, the old money-making playbook is dead, man. We have to find a new playbook. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you guys for listening. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like to show your boy some support and consider subscribing so that you can watch more videos like this one in the near future. It's been your boy Schmib, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.